welcome to my little yard. So, shifted all the equipment over here. Got a little tiny shed. Should manage to squeeze that in there for now. I tried putting that in there, but it doesn't fit under the door when it's hitched up. Combine, header, again, and my trailer of canola. 2 silage pits, it's quite handy. Got no way of making silage at the moment, but yeah, they make little good parking bays at the very least. So, anyway, right, onward and upward. So, my other field should now be good to harvest, wherever it is. There it is, 26. So look here. Ready to harvest? Yes, she is. And I can't remember what's in it now. Is it? There we go. Wheat. So we've got to bear that in mind. I'll have a quick look at what contracts might be available to try and do. There's a couple of cultivating ones here. That's miles away. 46. That doesn't look too far away. Where is 46? 46 is over here. So I assume that's the train line running around there. How do we get there? I guess round the houses into there. Okay. What else we got? Oh, there's more harvesting. Harvest one corner, take it to the other corner of the map. That's too far. That's carrots anyway, so I can't do that. Spinach, can't do that. Parsnips, can't do that. Peas, can't do that, I don't think. I can't remember if I've got the harvest to pea mod installed. Does it show me if I look at vehicles? Oh yes, I have. So I could do the peas. Where were they? Oh, that's not too far away. I will have to sell my canola because I'll have to cart the peas to... And that's not a bad place to come back to either. Worth considering. What's my canola worth? Not the best, not the worst. Who's giving me the best price? 11. Oh, that's the train. I won't bother with that. It's not worth the rental, I don't think. It might be, but that looks pretty good though. Where is that? Tag that. Oh, that's over there. That's not too bad to get to. Let's go and sell that. Then I might be able to upgrade my rather asthmatic JCB, which, let's have a look, see how much that would cost. So I think it's in small. Yeah. So it's currently 130 horsepower, I think. Do that for 5.5. Turn that off because you don't need that. So 4.5. 150 is going to cost me 10k. Ouch! Expensive to upgrade. Oh well, let's see what we get for the canola first. So let's get the old girl out. Hopefully I've detached that and not... Yep, I left the frame behind, good, yep. Okie dokie. Right. Head on over. Right, so here we are. My little journey across, thinking about it, I don't think upgrading this tractor is going to be worth it on the grounds that, what, an extra 20 horsepower? I don't think it's going to make that much difference. So I'm going to have a look and see if it's worth replacing it with something with a bit more under the hood, because this map being a bit on an interesting oh damn it, I need to buy my land sampling. Right, okay, let's get this turned around, have a quick look at the used machinery market. I mean, this thing's not worth probably selling. It's got so many hours on the clock, it's probably just not worth it. Let's just have a quick look, see what might be floating around in the second-hand market. Because just to verify that it is not worth selling. JCB, it's worth £2,000. So it looks like it's going to get the right to stay on the grounds it's not worth anything. Okay. So not gonna buy that and make myself £5,000. That's obviously a bit of an error. 110% off. We'll ignore that. Right, what we got? Any tractors of a sensible size that aren't an arm and a leg. All a bit on the pricey side. I'm not going to get much for my money, am I? I suppose I can upgrade it, see what it does, because I can't afford anything in here, that's for sure. That would be nice. I suppose whilst I'm here, is there anything else worth buying? Because I can't afford a tractor, that's for sure. Not that's worth buying. Any consumables like seed? Oh, yeah. We'll buy that. This is just one bag, yeah, but that will probably do me. That. Might need a weight if I have to start handling bales or anything significantly heavy. I might need to pick that bag of seed up, actually. There's a few weights in here. What's that? Bag of lime. I haven't got a spreader, but how much off was that? 42% off. I think that's worth getting as well. There are consumables, I will need them, so let's get that. Okay. So, and buy my field data. Should do that. Purchase soil information. Oh, I'm just going to keep losing out if I'm not careful, so let's get that. What have we got? Oh, it's not a bad, about 50% low. No, not quite, but still got potential. And where's my other one? There. Oh, it does actually tell you, oh, that's not particularly great, is it? Right, well that's that sorted. Okay. Well, I might as well get this across to the... Oh, there was a pea harvest, wasn't there? Let me have another look back at that. Pea harvesting contract, where is it? Yeah, that's quite achievable. Let's grab that. And the other one that might be worth looking at is or actually, is there any more? Oh, there's a few more cultivating ones. That's close by. That shouldn't take too long to do. Let's grab that. Anything else nearby? Cultivating? Nope. Not that close. That one's worth a few squiddlies. That's a big field though, isn't it? How big? 7 acres. 79. Oh, how would we get to that? Not sure how I'd get there. There is a river crossing here. Go across there. Are these tracks up through here? Just bear in mind, I don't need to get these other ones out of the way first. I've still got to remember to harvest my own field. It's not too far from there, so once I finish with the combine from there, take it across to there. Right. Let's crack on. So let's do this pea harvesting one first. Field 30. Right. Let's get on with it. Okay, so it should be this field on my left, is that right? Yes, well that's an interesting shape. Ooh, could be fun for the combine. We'll just park this here for a moment. Was that it was a speed hump. I thought it was no, it's a French drain. Okay, right, get the combine over here. Okay, we're here. Now we're just going to have to find somewhere to unhitch the head up. Actually, just on the side of this field, I think could be adequate. We're just driving this person's lovely, freshly cultivated field. Okay, right. Let's get get this reasonably sized field sorted and done. Unfold. Oh no, we're already unfolded. Turn it on. Off we go. Okay, let's get on with it and bring you back in once we get to an unload point. Quite conveniently, it looks like I'm going to get... no, not quite to the trailer, but damn close. I reckon they're going to be heavy, these peas. I'll just hop to the JCB. So this thing's going to really struggle getting these where they need to go, I suspect. Could also try repairing this tractor, but I don't think that little bit is going to make a huge amount of difference to its performance. Oh, that's a sturdy bush. Yeah. Let's try that again, shall we? So that top corner, such a awkward shape. I've just done the whole lot because yeah, it didn't make sense to try and follow the GPS path for that. Alright, that's that unloaded. Turn her back on, drop her down. Off we go for the next lap. So this is going to pretty much nearly fill this trailer, certainly to the point that this poor little JCB will just about be able to manage to pull it. So I'm going to try and leave the combine running on a worker and go and unload that trailer. With a wee bit of luck it might succeed. I did consider, whilst doing that, to put the other contract, the cultivating contract, on a worker. However, thinking about it, I think that field is pretty close to the river. Yes. Now, guarantee it won't find the tree, it'll find the river, so I don't particularly want to lose my equipment to that river, so I think that would be a bad idea. Right, let's see if we can get a worker to... Oh, now it's switched to this field, the other field now. Let's see if we can get a worker to do this. Hopefully if I start it off down here, it won't try and go up here because I've done most of that. Okay. So if we put it about here, is it going to play ball? Where are you going? Oh, it's spotted a tiny amount left in the corner and it had to go and get it. I think it's still left one though. Is it now going to start on that run? Alright, let's start our journey in the JCB and I'll come back in a second and see what it's doing. Oh, that's quite comical. Right, so this has to go to harvesting peas, this one here, the harbour. I assume that's that one. Yep. Right, let's see if we can find our way. In the meantime, the combine's stuck in the bushes. So hard to get good workers these days. Is there a tiny, tiny amount in there somewhere? Is that what you're trying to get? There isn't anything in there, so I don't know why it's trying to go in there. finally, I think it's happy and it's gonna start to harvest properly. It came all the way up here for just like a couple of little bits that were underneath these trees, which it obviously was getting stuck in trying to negotiate the tree. I think, fair last words, I think it's going to get on with it. So, let's get on with delivering this to the harbour. Slowly, it would seem. Is it down here? Yes. Yep, that was definitely a struggle up a couple of those slopes. Oh, can I get in there? Just. Cool. Hopefully the combine is still going around the field and not parked in a tree. Okay, one more run, I reckon. That field will be done. Let's go back out this way, I reckon. Slowly but surely we will get there. Yeah, I forgot. The entrance is back here. I noticed when I was harvesting it, the gateway entrance is just here. And the combine is ready to unload. I got the message on the way back there that it was ready to unload. Ooh, yep, this field is definitely going to fit in this trailer, so that's good. Hopefully it gets unloaded. Doink. Shut it down. We'll take over from the AI. Yep, there we go. Put my GPS back on again. Thank you very much. Right, on we go. Quick little time lapse. Job should be done, and then we can just move the combine round the corner to the other field there, and get ready to harvest our own field. Okay. Job done. Get this unloaded. Get this over to my field. Can't remember the number. Park it up in anticipation. Go and get rid of these peas. Collect some cash. And probably do that cultivating one quickly, as it's right next to the yard. Won't have to travel really far. Set it up, get it done. Okay. Pretty sure I got every single last plant in this field, and the AI certainly, or the workers certainly made a fine attempt at trying to find every last little bit when it went, so hopefully we've got as much milked out of that one as we possibly can. Yep, hooked on. Right, let's hitch up and find our way to our own field. Some lazy farmers. That's that. Had a field of canola, I think it was. Gone to waste. What a shame. Oh well. Didn't run out of time anyway, I wouldn't have been able to harvest it, although it would have been nice if it had actually just come up straight after I harvested the one on the left here, but that's the way the game crumbles. So here we are at our field 26. We'll just park this up here for now and get those peas taken in. Okay, right. Another hard slog across the map at low speed, but we'll get it done one way or another. It'll get done. Alright. We're here. Manual mode is definitely the only way to get this thing up and down the hill, well, up the hills at any sensible pace. Auto, it constantly just changes up, stalls out, and then almost stops. Right, so what extra money's going to line my pocket from this one? £7,000. Why did I get a minus 219 environmental school penalty? I feel hard done by. Anyway, not a bad extra bit of profit. Oh, actually, let's collect the money off the contract as well. So we got, what was it, £7,000 extra there from that, and then it's worth, blimey. Ooh, peas are worth doing then, aren't they? Right, collect that. Thank you very much. Off to the next one. Just even this slope here and the one around the corner here, empty. Oh. Very painful. Nope. Come on, come on. Right, so we'll park this up here and go and do that quick, or hopefully quick cultivating, come back and harvest this. Okay. Interesting that that is moved. Anyway. Ah, another wasted field of canola, I believe. Right, let's get this unfolded. Get the old GPS turned on. Okay, looks good enough, I guess. Right. Crack on. Shouldn't take too long. Last little bit. I just checked out at the start of this field. The cultivator is actually capable of 15 kilometers an hour, so it definitely needs to be fixed because we're only able to do 12. This tractor is way capable of pulling it at that speed. So I think we'll just quickly do a quick run round to the old store here, as it's just here. And get this repaired. Yep, we can go in here. If I can fit through the gate posts, yes. So we'll get this fixed up. Is it in there? So we've got a fueling symbol on it. Fueling. Ah, there we go. So we'll back this in there. Get this quickly fixed up. Hopefully it doesn't cost too much to fix it. No, that's the store. Oh, there it is. Repair 5,000. Oof. Oh well, it needs to be done, unfortunately. So, done. Let's cash in on that one. Actually, that job has probably paid for that. Not quite, but yeah. Any others nearby? Nope. 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 And nope. Okay, so I might as well run this round to my field, which is just up the road here, because that one is going to need doing. And then we'll run back across and get my field harvested. Ooh, sorry, Mr. Car. Surprised I didn't get a beep for that. Yes, get across, get my field harvested and in the trailer, because we're getting close to the end of the day here, so next month I definitely need to get this field cultivated and probably planted with something. Peas are looking like a good option for quick money, so I'll have a look at peas. Also going to need to look at things like spreaders for lime, because I suspect, yep, needs lime and fertilizer, so that's another consideration. Hopefully some cheap fertilizer, and maybe a spreader comes up in the sale so we can grab that, or I might have to lease. But if I lease, see if I can get some contracts to help pay for that lease, or and maybe profit. Anyway, move on to the harvest. Okay, alright, let's get this hitched up and get it underway. Turn her on, drop it down, and crack on. Okay, so last episode I wondered what spelt was. Apparently it is an ancient, highly nutritious cereal grain and a distant species of wheat that contains gluten. I thought wheat contained gluten anyway. Oh. Bad parking. Got it. Well, that's the last few meters of year one's harvest. A whopping 2 fields. Not a huge amount of that field, 6,500 litres of wheat. I don't think wheat is particularly valuable, so probably not a grain I will be doing much of. Maybe in the future if animals are needing straw and that sort of stuff, so a little way off that. So we'll get this unloaded. And I think, yeah, I'll call it a day, I think. So what did we start with? 11,500, I think. So another good profitable month. But still way off a decent tractor. Sorry, JCB. I think we'll try repairing it and upping it to its maximum horse, but I don't think it's quite got the mustard for this map. So another field that needs. Oh, pH isn't too bad. So I might have to look at maybe doing some oilseed radish. We'll see what happens. Anyway, sound off below. Unfortunately, this video is getting recorded prior to the first one being put out, so I haven't read any comments from the first video because it's not up yet, due to steep learning curve with editing and making sure the settings are right, that when you render the video it's in a decent quality. I've learned that lesson, had to re-edit the video again, hopefully get it up sooner rather than later. I may record episode 3 actually before either of these two go up, just to get some video down. But yeah, please comment, and I look forward to hearing your views and ideas. Please spout ideas of directions I can take, things that I may have missed. I'm sure there's plenty of things that I have overlooked or will overlook in future. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.